with all of that in mind, let's finally get into Sekiro, and I'll explain what we're going to be doing today, because we're not going to be progressing immediately. Look at all those bits. We have, I'm going to do some grinding, I'm going to do some leveling up and equipping before we get into actual progression, because I haven't played this game in like 8 days, and also because, frankly, I don't want to stress myself out so early in the stream, and I'm going to if I try to play Sekiro too much. So we're going to go back to the gun fort, and we're going to just have some conversations while I get some much-needed levels and get some more spirit emblems. So, here is my plan moving forward for Sekiro, and you guys are more than welcome to speak up or disregard, and I want your opinions. I've been playing this game for a while. I want to show you guys... Blood smoke, good. I want to show you guys the ending, and I want to beat it to say that I beat it. But stories have a shelf life, and I understand that. That's trained. And we've been at this story for a long-ass while. And if you guys are ready to move on, I understand and I respect that. I'm gonna die, because I haven't played this game in ages. Ow, fuck. If you guys want to fight with it to the end, we can do that too. It's really up to you what you would rather do. There isn't a lot out right now, which is frankly the only reason that I'm positing this question to you guys. But that all being said, I love this game. And I'm glad this game exists, and I'm glad I got to play it. And I hope that the ending is satisfying, but it's hard. And games like this can be beyond me, unfortunately. I gotta wait for him to reset. And if there's anything you want to see me play coming up, we can have that conversation too. Some people have said they want something light after Sekiro, and I quite agree. I don't know how heavy the next game that I want to play is, but it's lighter than this. I know that much. And I don't know if I'm going to get 6 streams out of this game, either with my body giving me trouble, or with... I need to go reset him. I need to go further away. With my body giving me trouble, or with us beating the game. So how do we want to fill that time? Because we do have to fill time. It's not a matter of I'm arbitrarily assigning 6 streams to this thing. It's straight up, like, in 6 Sekiro streams, there will be something, a premiere coming up that I want to play. Like, that's the date of it. That's the premiere date. I can do GM prep. I'm always behind the curve on GM prep. If we want to, like, take several days and just dig into our various games and, like, line out a bunch of stuff for several days, we can do that. But I don't want to do that if it's going to bore people. You know, viewership is down for GM prep days, and I honestly don't know if that's because you guys are avoiding spoilers, or if you don't like the show, but, you know, it's something that I need to ask about. You know, what would you guys like to see in this admittedly transitory period on the channel? Before we get to, you know, more of the good shit. You know, Souls of Iron on Monday nights is still going to be a thing. Paradise and Limbo on Thursday nights is still going to be a thing. Again, you know, the only caveat to those is as far as I know, right? Like, my computer might die today. I don't know. I hope it doesn't. Knock on wood. But, like, that's a thing. I'm doing good, Scrub. Any day I can stream is a good day, and I'm feeling less sick today, which is a huge bonus. Thanks for asking. Oh, shit. I've been thinking a lot about a lot. And, you know, I find that on any given day, I'm stressed about something. It seems like there's always more to do, and I never get ahead of what I need to do as much as I would like. Scrub says, finish high school, now I gotta figure out what I want to do with my life. I can't help you there, mate. The last thing that I want to do is give somebody that heavy of life advice, you know, right out of high school. That's not my job, and that's not something that I want people to equate with my show. That being said, I'm sure any of us will, help you with what path you choose to take, but I can't advise you on what path that is. Benjamin says, "Thus is life." Not necessarily, Gracie. Like, I can be more ahead of stuff in theory. At least I'd like to be. But yeah, so I guess I asked too many things too quickly and didn't get any answers on any of them. And that's okay, that's on me. What? So the base question on the board is, do you guys specifically dislike my GM prep streams, or is it just a matter of timing? Like, is there a specific reason that I need to know about that viewership is down for my GM prep streams? You're not always in them, Birchmilla. The Monday before Souls of Iron streams are necessary. I need to plan the week in those. But I'm wondering about extra ones. Scrub says, I come into those streams and just lurk. I don't come into them often. Got more free time now, though. Now, is there... Again, is there any particular reason you don't come into them, Scrub? I'm not judging, by any means. You can say, I don't care for them, like, I won't be upset. But if that's, you know, if that's a consensus among the community, then I need to do something to make it more interesting. Because, like, this show is nothing without you guys, and if you're not having fun, then you know, it is my responsibility to change that at the end of the day. Some things, you know, can't really help, right? Like, you're playing Dungeons & Dragons, eventually you're gonna have to do a shopping episode. Like, that's just a thing. But if it's a consistent problem, that's different. You know, like this. Like, talking and grinding in Sekiro is not the most interesting thing in the world, and I understand that. But it's necessary. And it gives me a chance to catch up with you guys while still having a little bit of progress on the screen. That's understandable, Dragon. So, you know, time zones are an issue for the games themselves. I'm talking about the prep streams, though. Because since I never really watched them before, so I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, that's reasonable. The Monday shows, I've recently not been doing a good job at explaining what the fuck is going on. Mostly because I've been behind the curve and really pressed for time. I just gotta get my notes down and get ready for the show. That being said, I can do a better job at explaining what I'm doing and all that good stuff. Would you be interested in it if there was more information, Scrub? And a follow-up question to that is, would you be interested in a standalone preparatory stream? Like, this week, I don't have a choice. This week, I have to do a standalone preparatory stream for Paradise and Limbo to get the maps made that I need. But beyond that, say, for example, if we beat and/or I have to stop Sekiro, and I have some free days between now and between then and the premiere, would you be interested in a long-form GM prep stream? Would all of you, or any of you, be interested in a long-form GM prep stream? It's important to me to do things that you guys enjoy. You know, unless necessity dictates, which is hopefully rare. Knowing the basics helps with entertainment, I agree. I absolutely agree with that. Goodbye. Did you aggro? You did not. The GM prep streams are... I don't think I've been... And this is on me. I don't think I've done a good enough job at explaining that the GM prep streams, while they're necessary for me, they're a chance for you guys to give ideas on the show. And that hasn't really been made clear up until this point. I know Scottsmith has pretty much understood that, but really Scottsmith is the only one. And that's, again, my fault. But yeah, like, I want the GM prep streams to be like, okay, I need to make notes for the week. And by the way, do you guys have ideas? Like, I need an NPC for this. How can we make this NPC real? I need a puzzle here. What's a good puzzle? I need a name for this thing, or I want to take the story in this direction, or the players want to... the players have said that they want to explore this thing, and I don't have anything for it. You know, let's brainstorm some aspects of that. I need to get... That's on me. I need to get better at explaining that. And so I will, moving forward. That's something that I can definitely work on. With relative ease, I think. And that's also a chance to get people caught up on the games themselves. So that's definitely something that we could do. And if I take a couple of long-form days, then I can really get ahead in the various game stuff, which will be a huge help. Because then I might be able to actually breathe for a little bit. Delta says, hey kid, I thought you were going to stop Sekiro because of adrenaline pain. I was, Delta, and then I looked at the release list and realized that there wasn't fucking anything. So I thought, at the very least, I would do Sekiro today and talk about people about what they wanted to do. And that's actually the conversation that we're having right now, believe it or not. We're discussing, like, what to do with the rest of this week and what to do moving forward before May 14th. So you came in at a good time, mate. We're discussing long-form GM prep streams, and if people, like, are interested in that at all for the next little bit. And, you know, and the other topic on the table is what games would people like to see? How you been, Delta? Enderbender says, as an aspiring GM myself, I've been mostly lurking during GM prep when I can make it and using the things I find interesting in my game, so I'd be fine with more of that. Also, greetings, Kit and Chat. Hey, Ender. Hey, Enderbender. I'm glad that I have you. On a personal note, have you been doing your homework? I just want to make sure. I haven't gotten a chance to touch base with you in a couple of days. You know, I'm not mad or anything. I just want to make sure that, like, you've been looking over the source material and have been, like, planning what you want to do. Yeah, I don't need details right now. I will need details this month, but I don't need them. In fact, I would rather not have them today. Just due to my workload. Delta says, my recommendation is still for the Emperor Simulator. Short, fun, and lore galore. As for GM preps, I'd be down for more of that. Great. Great, 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 great. Awesome, Enderbender. Thank you very much. The more you give me, the more this Odeon will go smoothly. That goes for all of you, but, you know, those who have run with me before know that, so... The thing about For the Empress Simulator, Delta, is... it's kind of out of left field. I would almost certainly have to do a Hitting the Books for it. And doing a Hitting the Books for 40k would probably take 2 streams. And I'm not entirely sure I want to do that at this point in time. It is absolutely something that I might do, for example, for the October fundraiser. By the way, stay tuned, October fundraiser. But not right now. It doesn't make a lot of sense to do it right now. There's nothing, like, 40k related coming out imminently. There's a whole lot to it. Heck you. Heck you! Got him. Broke his root. And if you know what break his root is from, aside from, you know, MMA in general, if you know what I was referencing right there, then, you're as big a nerd as I am. Scrub for Life says 40k lore is something you have to commit lots of time to understand most things fully. Agreed, Scrub. I'm actually considering a 40k Odeon and maybe a 40k campaign if people are interested. No like immediate plans right now. I'm just thinking about it. And I would probably do For the Emperor Simulator closer to that, or if I'm like really, really hard up for stuff. But like I say, it doesn't make a lot of sense right now. Glad you're doing good, though, Delta. Bye! Guns. Lots of guns is what's easy to understand about the 40k universe. Grub says it sucks to live in. I mean, that's true for most, like, that's true for most tabletop role-playing universes, Scrub. Like, realistically, I wouldn't want to live in the Shadowrun universe. I wouldn't want to live in the Dungeons & Dragons universe. You kidding me? That sounds awful. But they're fun to play in once a week or so. Orchel the only race having fun in 40k? I'm pretty sure Chaos is having fun, mate. Chaos is having demon orgies and like, cuddle piles. Chaos is having a blast. You kidding me? Inquisitor Martyr is coming out 5th of June. Maybe something to look into. What is that? I don't know anything about that, Delta. Indeed, Virgin Milo. I was gonna say, I hadn't heard anything about that. So, let's talk specifically about this week. What is the play this week, guys? We have today, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday not currently scheduled. Ow. I can play Sekiro those days. We can do GM prep those days. Probably only 2 of those days. Or something else. Are you guys still interested in Sekiro? Mine hits harder. Ow. Ow. Wow, he got me. Oof. Wow, he actually killed me. Well done, dude. Bastard. Scrub says, I'm interested in Sekiro. Alright, that's 1 vote for Sekiro. Not to discount you, Scrub, but, you know, I need to get a consensus. Fulminated Mercury? I can get Mercury from these bros? Cool. I didn't know that. Yo! Give me your face. Delta says, I'm also interested in Sekiro, but if it's impacting your health, no. This, what I'm doing right now, is fine. Exploring a new area is fine. Geneshiro, Great Shinobi Owl, Corrupted Monk, Headless Ape. Those are adversely affecting my health. The bosses are what adversely affects my health. Because it's an extended, like, multiple minutes long adrenaline rush. And that's... It's not any more dangerous for me than it is for a normal person, but it hurts. It causes me physical pain, and it makes me very tired after the fact. I can get the shakes from it. It can set off my anxiety, duh. It's bad. It's not gonna hurt me, but it does make... It kind of makes the day suck, basically. I will push through it, because I love From Software games. But I'd be lying if I said that I enjoyed fighting, you know, Geneshiro, or whatever. Enderbender says, well, it's almost time for me to go and sit in the GM seat, so I shall see you later, Kitten Chat. Later, Enderbender. Have a great time at your session, dude. And thanks for stopping by. But honestly, Delta, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with, you know, dealing with the adrenaline bullshit. If you guys are really, really jazzed for the game. Because that is more important to me, frankly, than anything else. You know, I will play Dark Souls with nothing but a parrying dagger, you know, soul level 1, if that's what you guys want me to play. I will hate every fucking minute of it. But if that's what you guys want, you know, so be it. I will do that. Please don't ask me to do that. A little bit faster. Ah, he got me. Bastard. Sekiro Pacifist Run? Is that a thing? I would play a Sekiro Pacifist Run so fast. Are you kidding me? A Sekiro Pacifist Run sounds incredible. Is that real, or are you fucking with me? It's not a thing to your knowledge. Okay. Damn. Oh, fuck. I did it again. Good job, dumbass. Wow, that dude. Okay, the music started. I was like, that dude is blind as shit. And Ninja fell off a cliff right in front of him, and he didn't see, but he saw. Okay, we're good. Like, if this was a pure stealth game, and it had a pacifist run option, not only would we have finished this game 2 weeks ago, but I would be enjoying it even more than I'm currently enjoying it, which is substantial. End the game at the start, just hand off the prince to the dude and walk home. I mean... The thing about it is, right? As far as I can tell, nobody wants to hurt Kuro. They just want... They want what we have. They want the wolf power that we have. The rejuvenation thing. Now, they want it for terrible ends, and they're dicks about it, but they don't want to hurt Kuro. Delta says Sekiro slaps Yunishiro. No. But no. Squirt bottle. Hit him with a newspaper. Scrub says immortality is both a blessing and a curse. Very much so in Japanese mythos. Like, in a lot of, like, Greek and Roman and even Christian mythos, there's, you know, immortality is seen as a goal, an objective. Whereas in a lot of Asian mythos, it's a responsibility, among other things. But, I mean, to be fair, though, duty and responsibility and purpose are deified in Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism to a degree. Like, so that makes sense. And I find it fascinating, frankly. If this was, you know, a typical fantasy game, right? If Sekiro was a knight or some kind of rogue or a wizard, you know, European fantasy, this would be a very different story, right? It would still be a story about honor, perhaps, but it would be very different from this, like, having to choose between loyalty to your lord and loyalty to your father. That might be the core thing, instead of, like, devotion to life versus duty. Which, that's not really an argument that you get in a lot of, like, European and otherwise Western mythology. But it's very Japanese. Which, I mean, duh. I'm playing a game about shinobi set in Japan, but you get my point. Like, And really, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, From Software, they're lauded and heralded for their difficulty in their games and for their set designs, which are fantastic. But their storytelling and the way that they tell those stories, through inference, through, you know, showing instead of telling, in my opinion, like, they're second to none. They're better than CD Projekt Red, they're better than BioWare, they're better than, like, Blizzard, and when Blizzard's good days. Like, now granted, that's an opinion, of course, but it really is special, and Sekiro is special. It's just, part of me wishes the games were easier so that more people could experience those stories, and part of me legitimately wonders what would be lost if these games were easier. Because there is a certain pride from, you know, killing a difficult boss in Dark Souls, or advancing the story in Sekiro. Like, there's something to that. And I wonder if that would exist in easier climbs, let's say. But also, like, more people could see what I mean if these games were easier. So, I don't know. I guess that's one of the reasons why I love streaming From Software titles, because, you know, even though I'm bad, eventually I can show you guys this thing that I think is just so special. Larian Studios does a good job of show don't tell as well. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like those other companies that I mentioned, CD Projekt Red, BioWare, you know, Arcane Studios, they do show don't tell well too, but not as well as From. Anyway, enough about that. I'm talking in circles. Did we come to a consensus on what we want this week, guys? Like, I have to do a GM prep stream in addition to my normal Monday show. I can do 2, that would be Sunday and Tuesday, and just basically devote next week to tabletop games. So Sunday would be GM prep, Monday would be GM prep and Souls of Iron, Tuesday would be GM prep, Wednesday would probably be... I don't know what Wednesday would be. Maybe more Sekiro. Or Numenera, depending on if Erican is available. Thursday would be Ravnica and Paradise and Limbo, and then Friday would be my day off. Or we can do Sekiro either tomorrow or Tuesday and Wednesday, and try to beat it. I would rather do the former, frankly, because I would rather beat Sekiro and then go straight into another game instead of beat Sekiro and then do a lot of GM prep after the time that I really need it, because some of it I need this week, and struggle to find the game. But obviously, like, I'm bowing to you guys. What's your preference? Excuse me. Got him. And now there's 2. This is suddenly awful. Let me just... One of them is almost dead. Ow. Now one of them is me. Yeah, exactly, Scrub. Like, there's not a lot coming out, unfortunately. Come on, guys. This is the worst. 2 bros, no waiting. Oh my shit. This is how you effectively lock down a shinobi. What we'll do is we'll do Sekiro today. I'll grind out some levels, and then we'll give a couple of good tries to the monk. and see if we can get progress. And then we'll pick Sekiro back up either Wednesday or next Saturday, depending on when stuff is available. And we'll go from there. Delta says, Days Gone came out recently, but from what I could tell, it's a buggy mess. That's the one with the zombie hordes, right? That's the one that I always confuse with not Left 4 Dead. I did it again! Fuck! No, not Dead Rising. Dead by Daylight is the arena-based monster versus innocent people game. Left 4 Dead is the Valve zombie arena horde rush game. Dead Rising is the silly zombie rush game based on management timers. Days Gone is Last of Us plus, or supposedly, Last of Us plus Left 4 Dead, as I understand it. And then, what's the first-person parkour game, guys, with zombies? Dying Light, thank you. Did I get the other ones right? I always get that, like, that cluster of games, I always confuse them with each other, and it's really frustrating. Was I right in what Days Gone is, though? Or is Days Gone something different? Days Gone Horde reminds me of World War Z. Okay. So it is the zombie... It's like The Walking Dead, The Last of Us... Okay, supposedly, what it was billed as was The Walking Dead plus The Last of Us plus, Left 4 Dead. Right? Where you play as the Breaker with hordes that move like water. Okay, yes. Okay. Honestly, if I'm gonna play a zombie game, I'm just gonna play Sekiro. Like, there aren't a lot of zombie games that I'm particularly interested in. I'm not gonna say they're bad. In fact, there are very few that I will say are bad, but just on a personal note, I don't like Left 4 Dead. I don't enjoy playing it. I don't like Dead Rising. I don't like Dying Light. And it's not necessarily the subject matter I don't like, it's just that I don't like those games. So I don't really care for... I almost said Dead by Daylight, son of a bitch. Days Gone. You know, so I don't really care that it has mediocre reviews. Although, on that topic, how badly do you guys want me to play Last of Us? Just as an aside. Because Last of Us 2 is coming out this year, and there are some people who are like, oh my god, Last of Us is the best game ever, and there's other people who are like, meh. And I'm firmly in the second camp. Like, I've done my research, as I always do, on The Last of Us, and I don't really care. But it's a very... to some people, it's a very compelling story in a very compelling world, and TLOU 2 is coming out to continue that story. If that's a story you guys want me to share on this channel, I will, but frankly, I'm going to need a lot of people who want me to play it. Or have nothing else to play. I would play Uncharted before I would play The Last of Us on my own. Scrub says, The Last of Us, from what I've seen, has average gameplay, mediocre story, with really good voice acting. I don't know about all that. I would rather play Gears of War, and in point of fact, Gears of War is on my list. I would rather play Gears of War than The Last of Us. Not that Gears of War is bad. I don't mean it like that. It's just, it's a game that I would rather show you guys. Because I just don't care about Last of Us. It doesn't compel me at all. If I want a story about survival against difficult odds, you know, Mutant Year Zero exists. Like, if I want a story about, you know, an apocalypse, Fallout exists. Or Metro. Like, if I want a game about zombies, I mean, I don't want a game about zombies, but if I do, then I'll play Sekiro or Dark Souls. Like, Delta says, at Skip Last of Us, if you're not interested, lack of interest in the streamer leads to a boring show. It's true. That's why I had to stop playing Borderlands. I was playing Borderlands, and I just turned it off because I was bored. I was bored, and I wasn't having fun with it. Like, and that sucks, because there's people who've come in and been like, when are you gonna play Borderlands? Borderlands is great. I love Borderlands. And I hate having to tell those people I don't like Borderlands. And I'm gonna have to do that with The Last of Us. People are gonna come in asking me to play Last of Us 2, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm not interested. But you make a valid point, Delta. You make a very, very valid point. There's 2. I think 2 is what we need. I'll check when we go back. Got another fulminated mercury. Nice.